All right, in this video, we're going to do something a little bit different. I sent off 4 Morgan silver dollars for grading to PCGS. I've got that order back. I realized I forgot to do an intro to this video. So this is just going to be a quick little intro. I will go through the raw coins and then we will take a look at the grades they received and go over those a little bit. But this is the return package from PCGS. Here's the 4 coins I sent in graded, and we'll come back to this here in a minute and take a look and see what kind of grades these got. All right, so this is the ADS. This is one of the ones I'm most interested in seeing how it comes back, graded from PCGS. I think there's a slight chance of proof-like. However, if anything, I think maybe the back might hold it up. We can kind of take a look at that here. It looks pretty good, but there is some slight haziness, especially up towards the top and bottom aspects of the fields. But overall, I mean, it looks pretty good. Looking back, kind of at the front of the coin, the cheek just has very light markings on it, but there are light markings throughout. So I have a feeling that'll get maybe a MS63, if I'm lucky, a 64. This is the 80O. I'm sorry, 84O. Overall, this one looks pretty good. I expect this one to get an MS64, maybe better. And I guess there's always a chance it could get a 63, but I think this one looks pretty good. And then, the next one is the 85O. I think this is the best looking or cleanest looking one out of all of them. The cheek looks nice on here. Not a lot of obvious gouges or marks. The reverse looks clean, and it has this really nice kind of gold yellow toning. I've never really seen it before. Hopefully that doesn't ding it. I'm not entirely sure, but hopefully it doesn't come back questionable toning or anything along those lines. But I think overall this one will probably get the best grade if I were to guess. And then lastly, I have this one, which I don't expect to get a good grade, and this is the only reason why I'm sending it in is because of the nice rainbow toning up towards the top here. This is the 1887P, and I probably expect this to get an MS62 grade, but we'll see. All right, here's all of our Morgan silver dollars graded and back from PCGS. I'm going to go ahead and get started right away here. We'll go with the first one, which would be line 1. And this is that 1880S. And you can see it came back MS63. This one was interesting. This came back, I guess, about where I thought it would at an MS63. I was hoping for a little bit higher. But this one's interesting. If you look closely at it, the cheek overall in ways looks very nice, but I think it has a lot of very thin type of wear and stuff on it rather than gouges and scratches. This right here obviously doesn't help it out in the field. That stands out quite a bit. The front of this definitely looks like as though it could have came back proof-like. This one also, it's a little hard to see, but maybe if I can get the lighting right here. The person I bought this from, he and I had a ongoing bet. I thought this might come back cleaned. It did look like it had been wiped off. You can even see some kind of light striations in the fields, kind of over here, maybe even some over here as well. And then you can see some very uniform. You almost have to look really closely under some good light. But there you kind of see some of those striations I'm talking about. If you look up towards the lettering, the P and the L and the U, especially up towards the top again, all through pluribus, you can see some very uniform lines. Those are more dye striations. I completely agree with that. But I think mixed in, it looked like there was some fine lines. It looked like this coin was wiped off. There you can see again down towards the bottom, if I get the lighting right, some of those more uniform dye striations. But in any case, a nice looking coin that ended up coming back MS63, did not get proof-like, and I think the back actually is kind of what held this up. Although the back does look quite nice and somewhat proof-like, but up towards the top, it definitely loses some of that proof-like shine that you want to see. And PCGS is notorious for holding out on the proof-like designation. So in any case, I was really hoping for maybe a 64 on this one, but I'm not really at all too surprised that it got a 63, given just kind of some of the light markings across the cheek itself. The eyebrow has its kind of typical markings. There's those field markings. There's the one kind of by between the nose and the mouth, you can see like right there, and then of course that one underneath the chin. That's gonna ding it. All right, so there's that one. Let's go to line 2. All right, and line 2 was the 1884 O. And this one got an MS64. I'm pretty happy with that. Again, I was kind of hoping maybe for a grade higher. I thought there was maybe a chance this could get 65. I think on when I graded this originally, I think I had put 64 on here. But overall, this one is pretty clean. Some relatively minor stuff on the cheek. The brow looks pretty good. That's just, again, one of those common places that you're going to see scratches or markings. Fields on this look pretty good and pretty clean. There's the reverse. Again, reverse looks pretty good as usual. I mean, the reverse of these Morgans typically do look pretty good. Don't normally hold the coin back, so it's always a bummer if the reverse ends up holding it back. Actually, this one does have some scratches on there. Maybe that did ding it a little bit. Because, yeah, the cheek on this one and everything does look pretty clean. But I think probably an MS64 is fair grade for this coin. All right, let's go to line 3. All right, yeah, so this is the 85O, and you can see this one did get MS65. And again, I was hoping for 64 or 65 on this particular coin. And again, the cheek looks a little bit cleaner, I would say, on this one. The brow looks pretty good, relatively kind of small scratches or markings on that. The fields look pretty good. I think there's some just toning and that sort of thing that you see in the fields there. It's not like those are marks or scratches or anything along those lines. So overall, this one, I think, again, got about the grade it should get. If we take a look at the reverse on this one I really like. It's got some great toning on it, some toning quite unlike I had seen before. So I was a little bit worried about that. But to me, it looks like manila folder type of toning, or maybe an album toning. Without any of the rim toning. So again, just very interesting toning. I have a lot of Morgans, and I don't have any that have quite this kind of just yellowish gold toning. So for this one to come back at a MS65, and with the toning it has on the reverse, and how clean this is, the cheek and everything else, I'm really happy with the way this one came back. All right, let's look at this last one. This is line 4. So I expected this one to come back exactly as it did, as an MS62. The only reason why I really sent this 87 Philadelphia in is because of the reverse. The reverse has some really nice rainbow toning up towards the top. When it comes to toning, I love toned Morgans. I think they look great. I have some fully rainbow toned Morgans, and I really like them. I think for a lot of people, they do add value, and you'll see that in the eBay sales. They definitely get a premium with good toning on them. Thing with the toning, and if you're trying to sell these, and again, when it was a raw coin, people are oftentimes skeptical of the toning and that sort of thing. I mean, if you looked at a lot of these, you can usually tell right away whether or not it's genuine toning, or if it's something that was done after the fact, or somebody tried to put that toning on there. And looking at this one, you can tell right away, I think, that it's original natural toning. But this one got what it should as far as a quality grade goes. MS62, the cheek on this thing is pretty beat up. It's just not gonna get a 63 or better. So I fully expected this to get an MS62, and again, it really was just to get it graded for the toning, and if I decide to let this one go at some point. So, but for now, these are all going to go in the collection. I'm going to hold on to these. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Maybe we'll do some more of these. I do send off a fair number of coins for grading, and not just Morgans, but they do tend to be my favorite. Also, if you guys hated this vertical video, let me know in the comments below. Or if you liked this and you'd like to see more, I thought it might work well for the grading. I've never done really a vertical video before. I may not ever do another one, but we'll kind of maybe see what people have to say about that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.